Anyways, I have just a few things. Obviously, I am not the authority in leadership. I just do what I know how to do because that's who I am, right? Like Popeye, I am what I am, and I am what I am, so this is what I am. And this is hopefully I'll be able to give you a few things that I have learned over the years. Sergeant Baker said a few important things that I was going to go over, but now that he's already done said it, I'm not going to say them. So he took about 7.5 minutes of my 15-minute presentation up here. Look, you're not going to be in the Air Force forever. Some of these tools that you're going to learn either from today, hopefully you learn one word out of here today, but some of these tools that you're going to learn throughout the Air Force career, you're going to take them over to your next career. Whatever you're going to do next, I don't know. We see a whole bunch of defenders. Maybe you guys will be, I don't know, maybe you'll be business owners after you get out of here. So some of the tools that you're going to put in your bag, and then you're going to use them later on whenever you stop wearing the blue and you'll wear, I don't know, khaki pants, a white polo shirt, and some penny loafers. So here's the deal. Leadership. What is really leadership? Because I'm here to tell you, and I'm going to put my butt up in the wind out here, leadership doesn't mean that you have a chicken on your collar or an oak leaf cluster. That's being an authority. Leadership and authority is two different things. And I'll leave it at that. All right. So here's the deal. John Maxwell says in his book, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Leadership is influence. Somebody said that. I was going to read something from the silly old PTG, and I'll read it real quick because I really didn't want to do that. Sergeant Baker put me up to it, so I'll do it. Paragraph 10-7.4 says something about credibility. And then in 10.7.4.1 says leading by example. Leaders lead by example. Somebody said this from the front. Leaders are positive role models. They reinforce their credibility when they do not dwell on the effort they have put forth. Plus, subordinates are impressed when leaders don't exhibit undue strain in difficult circumstances. So you got to be real if you want to be an effective leader. But this is the question I give you. What does people do when they are influenced? What kind of things does people do when they're influenced? So here's my first example. We had this guy back in Nazi Germany a few years back, Adolf Hitler. He was able to have German women produce enormous amounts of babies through rewarding women for bearing children for the mother homeland. And what he gave them was the motherhood cross. This is how he was able to change the face of a nation. So what he did was he would give these couples, right, this husband and wife, he used to give them a big loan. I'm not sure how many marks, don't know, don't care, but it was big dollars. So every time you had a child, you get a 25% discount on your loan. So once you have 4 children, you didn't have to pay back your loan. So this is how he started building up his armies. This is how the Aryan nation and the thinking behind that started going. So every year on his mother's birthday, and look it up, don't take my word for it, he started handing out crosses. If you had 4 children, you got the bronze cross. If you had, I think up to 8, you got the gold, and in between there, the silver. I'm not sure how it all worked out. But there was a lot of women giving birth to babies, and they were very proud to give birth to babies. So he influenced them, and that's how he got his armies. This is how he began to, I guess, brainwash in a silly kind of way, to indoctrinate Germans. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. All right, the next thing. Mother Teresa, she took care of the sick, the dying, the poor, the HIV infected, the depressed, and many others. At one time, a congressman from the U.S. went over there in Calcutta. He took a trip, and she showed him all the stuff she'd done. She used to do some crazy stuff. Like there was, and I know you guys are eating. You're gonna have to excuse me, but there was people on the streets dying. Right? They were covered with worms. She used to pick them up, bring them home, give them a bath, and let them die a dignified death. Right? This is the influence she had over people. Now there's a whole bunch of nuns, and let me look it up real quick before I say something that is not accurate. The Sisters of Charity. This is what she put forth. What most people don't know is that she was born into a rich family, a construction family. She chose to do something else. She had influence. She used to call mayors of cities. He goes, "Hey, homie, I need one of your buildings because I am doing this." They could never tell her no. She was taking care of all the people that nobody else wanted to take care of. That's the influence she had. She could call anybody at any time of the day, ringed her phone and said, hey, I need something from you. It happened. And then closer to home, right, the Air Force Blue, General Billy Mitchell. Can you imagine what it would be of us if he didn't influence the way he did and got all the highfalutin people to think about the Navy and the Army the way they used to? Think about what we would be wearing today. Those Army combat unit things, I don't know. And some of you guys have worn that. But think about our future if we didn't have people that would influence. Think about Germany and that example I gave you. So that's what happens when you influence. So now you ask Sergeant Velez, what are you talking about, man? You talk about Mother Teresa and Hitler and Billy Mitchell. What about me? I'm just a staff sergeant. I'm just a tech sergeant. How am I going to influence people? Well, here's the deal, right? The next step. I tell you one thing. You have to be real. You have to care for people. And there's some comm squadron people that know who I am. That know that perhaps I may be telling you stories. Maybe I'm not. What's going on with your peeps? You know what's going on at home. You know their dogs' names. Are they going to school? Are you pushing them to go to school? What are they doing on the weekends? I know we heard all about the DUIs and stuff. What are they doing on the weekends? And how are they getting there? Are they volunteering at a museum in Raleigh? Are they coaching Little League, soccer? What are they doing? Do you even know? Those are things that are important. I know it's important to me for my boss to know what I'm doing. And it should be important for you guys to know what your peeps are doing, right? Because it shows your peeps that they care. I know, this is what they do, right? They come out, they're around, they get the little phone thing, and they get in there, you know, they can be looking at you, but they're doing this thing. It seems like they care more about the person on the other side of the phone than they care about you, but you got to show some interest in them. Because really, we're all humans, right? We're born to interact, to be part of a group, part of a system. And if you're not doing that at work, you as the boss, sorry. They're not going to care. They're going to go out there and do this. They're going to get drunk, drive drunk, because nobody really cares for them, right? You got to care for them at work. I can guarantee you that if you care for them at work, they're going to stop doing silly stuff. All right, moving on. Number 2, you have to connect with your people. Can they trust you? Can they call you 24/7? Are they confident that you're available for them? When was the last time you took them out to lunch and spoke with them about their future plans? Apart from feedback session, apart from anything else. What about promotion? How about getting involved in the 5-6 or the Eagles? When was the last time you talked about that? Did you tell them, did you explain to them that that's important to you as their supervisor? That they'd be part of the Eagles, the 5-6, top 3? This is the kind of things that you got to be mentoring these folks. This is how you influence people in doing things that need to be done. I'll be honest to you guys. Most of my supervisors in my last, well, I've been in for 20 years. I have to say that the first 15 years was horrendous. Yes, they taught me how to be a good technician, electronic technician. Yeah, they told me, man, you rock, you're this and that. But man, professional-wise, they were horrendous. And why? Maybe they're supervisors, maybe they're commanders, maybe they said, man, you got to stay here, you got to make that radio work, you got to make that nav aids work, you got to make this work. The other stuff, the volunteering stuff, man, that's stupid, man. Why do we need to do that? Oh, you know, the volunteering, going to the top, the airmen and stuff, that booster club, man, that's for people that don't work. You know, we've heard that stuff. How do you connect with your people? Listen, I tell my guys, look, you can call me for whatever. As a matter of fact, and you can't record this, look, I'm working my master degree in counseling. I'll listen to you. Dude, I'm telling you, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to take care of you. And if I can't be sitting there at 3 o'clock in the morning listening to you because you have issues, then there's a problem with me. That's how you influence people. Number 3. Are you pursuing your CCF? This is about education. You have to get an education if you want to influence people. Just because I'm working my master's degree in counseling, I can pick up a lot of other things that I was never able to pick up before. People's behaviors, when people get upset. Business people that work in the MBA, they look at the way we operate a little bit differently. So I say educate yourself, not just going to school, and getting this and this done. But I want to say is, read books, right? John Maxwell, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Nobody told me, hey, why don't you read this? You're going to get better at leadership. I sought it out. I broke my leg playing with some high school students, playing football. I had 3 weeks of doing nothing. So what did I do? I got me a whole bunch of books, from money management to leadership, so I could become a better supervisor. And education-wise, you're not trying to fill a block for your EPR, for those quarterly award boards. That's not what you're doing. You're getting the education because eventually, like I said earlier, you're going to get out of this thing, and hopefully you wear some khakis, a polo shirt, penny loafers, and you're going to be doing some big stuff for you, for your family. So not just do this just for you, do this for your peeps, right? Because some of them, they don't know what's going on, man. They're just 18, 19. They're just coming in. They came from the hood. They came from the ghetto. They came from Spanish Harlem. They came from, I don't know, Iowa in the middle of the field. And they don't know what's going on. So you're going to be there and you're going to show them the way how to do business. All right. What else do I have to say, guys? Because I'm kind of hungry. So this is what I want to do. I want to challenge you to do this. I want to challenge you to be to influence airmen in your charge. That you guys are the tactical level. You guys are there with your airmen, taking care of them, pushing them. You're there breathing on top of them, right? Because if you're not breathing on top of them, then there's something wrong with you, sir, madam. You need to be on top of them. Tell them, hey, what you doing? Hey, you know, I'm volunteering for this thing this weekend. Coming out with me. You'll like it. I can tell you right now, if you get on top of those guys and gals, that this stuff that we're dealing with, DUIs, we got underage drinking, you know what I'm talking about. We get people in the wing going, hey guys, this is horrendous. We need to do something better about this. I can tell you that if you get on top of your folks, you take care of your folks, you mentor them, you say, hey, what are you doing? That all this stuff is going to go away. Look, we're all adults. We have choices. I wasn't born with a bottle in my mouth. So people do DUIs and stuff. They go out and get in trouble. That's cool. That's their choice, right? When we can't make people. I mean, Sergeant Whitmore over there, he's one of my peeps. I'm not gonna tell Sergeant Whitmore next Saturday, man. If you're gonna go have a drink, man, you don't go out there driving. I can't be on top. I cannot be in his house, be his guardian angel. Hey man, don't do that. That's not good, right? But what I'm saying is, you got to give these folks choices. You got to help them. You got to tell them, hey man, I care about you. Sergeant Delph, listen here, girl. I care about you because you're part of my team. And whatever you do, it makes all of us look better. So please have a good weekend. Have fun with your husband, with your kids. If you get in a jam, please call me. You know how to get a hold of me. But look, it's all about looking people in the eyeballs and say, hey, I appreciate what you do, what you bring to the fight. I care about you. Don't do anything stupid. And it's being real with people. Take care of folks. And be involved in their lives. And I'll close with this. For the life of me, one of my staff sergeants over at Ellsworth Air Force Base, I cannot remember her dog's name for crap. I think his name was Barth. And I called him everything but Barth. And she always had fun. She always laughed at me. But I got the point across. I cared about her dog, a Welsh Corgi, 5 years ago. Because people matter to me, and they should matter to you. Look people in the eyeballs, tell them, hey man, this is business. I care about you. Do this, this, and this, and that, and you can set them up for success. Any questions?